Turning now to the Detroit Lions and a disappointing loss as they head for the playoffs. Detroit falling to the Packers in a 20-30 loss at Lambeau Field. It was a big night for the team, and our team has been on it all night from Green Bay to Grand Rapids. They gave it a big fight, and Casey Jones was there to watch it all happen. We start with him live at Lambeau Field. Casey, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Leon. A lot of happy Packer fans here tonight. A lot of disappointed Lions fans leaving Green Bay. The Packers winning their 4th straight NFC North Division title, and rightfully so, finishing 8-0, a perfect regular season here in Green Bay. And for the 24th straight time, beating the Lions on this field. Lions walking away empty-handed. And really, bottom line is, the Packers were the better team today. The Lions, they had special teams issues, turnovers, and some costly penalties in this game. You're not going to be able to win a game, let alone an NFC North Division title, when you do that. Now, afterwards in his post-game press conference, head coach Jim Caldwell, who's normally and known for his cool, calm, collected demeanor on the sidelines, even afterwards in his post-game addresses, got a little bit testy. One of the reporters asked him why they didn't pressure Aaron Rodgers a little bit more in the second half. Rodgers, of course, left the game midway with a left calf injury, an injury that's been a reoccurring problem, and he addressed, Caldwell did, that issue.
Well, you're probably getting into some areas where you don't know what you're talking about. And first of all, because of the fact that we have to look at this guy for what he's done. If you look at the number of times when he gets blitzed, what happens? You look at the number of times people play zones against him, what happens? When you start looking at all those things, breaking them down, looking at those things, then you might be qualified to ask me that question, which you're not. But you're not. So I'm gonna move on. No, you ask it in a way in which you no, that's not exactly right. You actually you question what our defensive staff is set and what we're doing and that kind of thing. You get a little bit, do your homework, and then maybe you can ask that question. Next question.
He's still Aaron Rodgers, no matter if he can still pass the ball, his arm isn't hurt, so you just stick to your game plan, and that's what we did, and he made some good passes. He's a great quarterback, future Hall of Famer.
Obviously you watch every game and you can find ways where you can get better. There's no question, win, lose, or draw. We're a battle-tested team. Won 11 football games this year. Found ways to win a lot of them. And we'll continue to do that. We just got to move forward.
Asked how disappointing this loss was, head coach Jim Caldwell said he told his guys they can dwell on it until they get out of the showers. And really, they did just that. It was a very somber and very small locker room post-game interaction. Just a few players sticking around, a lot of them heading onto the bus, getting back on the plane and heading back to Detroit because it's back to work. The postseason starts this week, and the Lions heading to Dallas will take on the Cowboys Sunday at 4:40. That wild card game, Lions-Cowboys, Sunday at 4:40. Live in Green Bay, Casey Jones, 24-Hour News 8.
Casey, thank you. Fans all over the state and right here in West Michigan had high hopes going into tonight's game. 24-Hour News 8's Tom Hillen spoke to some fans in Grand Rapids tonight and was with them as they watched the big game.
Well, the losses continue at Lambeau, which left the Detroit Lions fans at Pack Pepino's in downtown Grand Rapids feeling a little blue. The sounds of cheers and jeers echoed through Pepino's in downtown Grand Rapids as Lions fans watched in hopes of clinching the NFC North Division.
It's looking like I've been a Lions fan for 30 years, and I'm just happy to be here.
Josh Hotelling and Jacob Hilgendorf have been friends for the past few years. They sat next to each other, watching the game, cheering for opposite teams.
This is one of the best seasons I can remember, so I'm just happy to be watching this game.
Yeah, we're used to it.
So hard to be a Packers fan.
Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, we're used to success. So.
In the end, Hilgendorf's Packers came out on top, but that didn't stifle the spirit of the Lions fans that watched.
Still a great season. We're still in the playoffs. Bring on Dallas. Bring on whoever's next.
Always looking forward to the Lions winning the playoffs. It hasn't happened in my lifetime, but it'll happen this week, next week, Sunday.
Down but not out, those fans say they'll be back to support the Lions through the playoffs. In downtown Grand Rapids, Tom Hillen, 24-Hour News 8.
And our coverage certainly doesn't stop here. We'll have more highlights from the game coming up in just a few minutes in sports. And, of course, we'll be watching the Lions very closely as they head into the playoffs. Stay with Wood TV and, of course, woodtv.com as your source.